Hi guys, welcome to another Divi Theme video. This is Jamie from System 22 and webdesignintelectives.com. Well, in our last video, we showed you how to do this sort of frosted glass effect right there on that parallax section. Somebody had a question about the slider I had at the top here. This is just a little custom slider that I built out of 3 modules. Really easy to do. I'll show you exactly how to do it. I'm going to go ahead and enable the Visual Builder. Once enabled, let's go down and I'll delete this row here and we'll start from scratch. Fantastic. So I've got a section here with a gradient background there. I'm going to hit the little green button to add a row. I'm going to put a single column in my row. Now Divi's got a great slider. We've got plenty of videos about it. Have a look at our Divi for Beginners playlist if you're not sure. But we're not going to use that today. I'm actually going to use just a little gallery module. So if we roll back up here, there's the gallery module. Just need to hit the little plus to add gallery images. It throws in a few, as you can see, random ones. Let's select a few of these. Let's get rid of the ones that are light colored because I'm using light text on it. That'll do. I think we've got a dozen or so there. And with the gallery module, you can drag these things around. Just left click, drag them, drop them where you want them. Split these images up a little bit. Great. Now you can see 4 up there. And they've got all this junk underneath. These are AI images, and that's just the titles of them, but we can get rid of that. And we've got pagination down here. I don't want any of that. So I'm going to put my image count up to about 12. I think I've got at least 12 there. Well, looks like I've only got 11, but it really doesn't matter, as this is going to be a slider. Elements down below, this is where we can get rid of this. Don't want a title and caption. Don't want to see pagination. Great. Don't want to link this to anywhere. You can if you want to, but as we're going to be placing modules on the top of it, it's probably not a good idea. I am going to give it a background though, because I find if you give these things a dark background, it makes it a smoother transition. But try it out yourself, see what you think. Great. Well, over in design, like I say, I don't want a gallery. I want an actual slideshow type thing. So I'm going to click on the grid. I'm going to choose slider. That's exactly what we want right there. Then in a little while, I'm going to make this roll around automatically. But for the time being, I'm going to leave it on our first slide there. So let's save this. And I'm going to add 2 more modules. And you can add whatever kind of modules you want. I'm going to use a blurb module up here with a little icon. And a little call to action module perhaps down here with a call to action button. So I'm going to hit the little dark button to add a new module. I'm going to select the blurb module. I'm going to put it in fixed position. I'll just call it fixed blurb. Obviously, you'd have a title for yours. Don't want too much content in there. Let's just cut it off about there. Obviously, again, you'd have real content for yours. If I roll down, you'll actually be able to see it. Here it is right here. Okay, I'm going to have an icon rather than an image by hitting the little switch on the image and icon under content here. Just roll down and choose whatever icon you want. Or, of course, you can do a search. They've also got a little breakout box here if you want to search. But there's an awful lot to search through because they've teamed up with Font Awesome. So it's a good idea to have an idea of what you want before you go in there. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to style it a little bit in a minute. Could link this, but I don't want to because I'm going to have a call to action down below. I am going to put a background in there just so you can see what's going on temporarily. Let's just throw in a blue. I'll take the opacity down a bit. So when we put it over that image, you'll see what's going on there. And let's fix our text now. Make it light so we can see it. Fantastic. Icon, a little bit too big for me. Again, I'm going to make that white. Let's make it perhaps, let's say 60 pixels. Now it's the size we want it. I want it on the left-hand side. Great. Well, blurb modules by default only take up 550 pics on desktop. So we can fix that again in design. If we close up our image and icon, we can go down to sizing. Here's a content width 550. I'm going to make that 100%, 100 on the percent sign. It'll stretch all the way. But I'm going to make this module perhaps 50% of the width, which will be half this side, so I can place it on top of our image up there. So in width, I'm going to give it 50%. Make sure you put in the percent sign, or it may try to put in pixels for you. Let's give this a little bit of padding. So we can close up sizing. Spacing is just down below. I'll give it 50, top and bottom. Really doesn't matter too much about the top and bottom. This is going to place it sort of round here, icon wise. But I do want it out from the side, say 50. I might squish it up just a little bit so that writing's a bit smaller. So I'm going to give it a bit more. I'm not going to check the chain this time. I think I used like 150 just to squish it up a little bit like that. Now you can see what's going on. I'm going to put it up over the top of our little slider here. To do that, we can go over to Advanced, roll down to Position. I'm going to change it from Default to Absolute. And this particular one, it's put it top left. That's fine. You can put it where you want. That's actually going to work for me. Now you've seen what's going on there. I'll take that background away. Back into content. Background's always on the content. Let's just trash that. So we've got that on top of all of our images when they rotate around. Now, if you wanted to leave a bit of a background in there so you could read it better, you can. But with the different images, a lot of them are dark. I'm going to be happy with that. So let's add our second module. I'm sure some of you are ahead of me on this one. I'm going to hit the little dark button again. This time I'm going to use a call to action. And we'll call this one perhaps fixed CTA. Button click here is fine. Won't show up until we put a link in for it. I guess I'll leave all that text in there. Doesn't matter too much. Like I say, you'd have real text. But down below we've got a link. So if you want a button, we'll put a link in there. As soon as I do that, the button shows up. Fantastic. And again, I'll leave that background in there so you can see what I'm going to do next. Over in design, I'm going to go into the text. I'm going to right align everything. It's going to work for me. Text color light's absolutely fine. Let's actually go into my title text by hitting the little paintbrush associated with it, or we could have just gone to title text below. H2 is fine. I'm going to keep the default font, but I'm going to make it bold, uppercase, and we'll make it a little bit bigger. And I'm going to add a little bit of text shadow. Great. I'm going to cheat a little bit now. I'm going to go back up to my title text up here. I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to copy the title text styles. I'm going to save the call to action. I want the same thing for my title in my blurb module up here. So I'm going to go into my blurb module. Hit the little pencil with the title text there. Again, roll up over the blue title text. Right click. Paste titles. We got the same one over there. Perfect. And my button, I just wanted to give it a bit of a darker background so it stands out all the time. We can do that by going back into our little call to action here. Design, down to button, use custom styles. All I'm going to do is put a bit of a background in there. Let's give it a black, but I'll take that opacity down so we can see whatever image is behind there. Spacing wise, we're okay. Top and right. I think I'm going to make this, again, half the size. I may want to add more padding here. We'll check it on tablet and mobile in a moment to see. So let's go back into content. I'll take that background away. Just left with that. Back into the design. I'm going to shrink it down to about half the size. Sizing. Width. 50 and the percent sign. I want it to be aligned right this time. Doesn't matter too much though, because we're going to use absolute positioning to pop it over the top of this, or actually down here this time. Advanced position. I'm going to change it from default to absolute once more. This time I'm going to put it in the bottom left hand corner. I think that's going to work. Obviously adjust yours to taste. Great, well now we've got it. Let's check it on tablet and mobile. I'll just save that for a minute, because I'm going to do some different things. Like on mobile, I'm going to hide this one completely. So on tablet, I think I might hide the blurb completely and just have the call to action button with a fixed CTA title. Let's hit our little purple button down here. I'm going to go over to tablet mode. Here we are on a tablet. Let's roll up to where we're working. Yeah, that's not going to work at all. I think what I might do is hide the text of our left-hand module there and just keep the icon, and that'll work fine for me. Really easy to do. Now, because we've absolute positioned this, you may need to go to the wireframe view to get to them, unless you adjust the Z index. So let's do that. Little icon on the left-hand side will take us to wireframe view. It's how you used to build back in the day. And let's go into our blurb module. Now that we're in there, we can switch back to our tablet view. And I think just on the tablet view, I'm going to have no title, and probably on the mobile view as well. So what we can do is roll over the dark rider. There's our tablet and mobile settings. Make sure you're on tablet. Just put anything in there and then delete it. You've got no title there. We can do the same. Make sure you roll over where it says body text there and click on it, just because we've got it open up here. Don't think that you're just affecting it on the text. You need to have it open on the body. Make sure you're on that one. Again, I'm going to get rid of all this. That's fine. We've got our little icon up there, and we've got our call to action text here. That's fitting fine. Our little call to action button. Let's roll down to mobile version now and see what we've got. I think what I'm going to do is just hide this whole thing on mobile. So we can do that while I'm in the blurb. I'll do it over in advanced visibility, disable on phone. We can have it visible on tablet and visible on desktop. Perfect. Now we're going to have to do something similar with this one. So let's just save the changes and we'll go down to mobile version. Roll back up to where we were. Yeah, it's not going to work. I'm going to get rid of all the text there. I think we'll have the title and the button, but we want to position it in the middle there. So again, let's go to wireframe mode. This is our call to action module this time. We'll go into there. We can switch back to a mobile. Again, scroll back up to where we were. We're going to want to go to the content. I want to keep the title. I might make it a bit smaller, but we'll see in a moment. I want to keep the button. But the body text, again, make sure we're on the mobile version. On the mobile, I don't want any text. It'll still be there on our tablet mobile. You can see the little icon there. It's kind of grayed out just to let us know on the back end here it's not visible. Great, well, let's fix that positioning. So initially, I'm going to roll up top of the design tab, text. I want everything in the middle just on mobile. I want it to be right on desktop and tablet. So again, hit the little icon there. Make sure we're on mobile. Pop that in the middle. Fantastic. We just got to adjust our positioning here. We can do that over in advanced position. Again, make sure we hit the little mobile. Let's try it in the middle there. That's fine, but it's squashed it all up. We can fix that easily with our sizing, because we made it 50%, I believe. Let's have a look. Design, sizing, width 50%. Make sure we're on mobile. It says it's auto. Say 100%. Great. Perfect. Well, all we need to do now, we've got that on mobile. We've got this on tablet. And we've got this on desktop. All we need to do is animate those little background images now. So let's save our call to action settings. We can actually get to our slider this way. If we go to design, we're in the gallery module. Down to the bottom, we'll find animation, automatic animation. Let's turn it on. Default 7 seconds. I'm going to make mine 5 seconds, which would be 5,000 milliseconds. Now we've done everything correctly. We'll save our changes. Save the page changes down here. This should all work for us. We'll exit the Visual Builder. There's our little slider. It's changing every 5 seconds. There's a bit of a problem that our little modules are disappearing. So I think what we need to do is adjust the Z index on those to make sure that they're on top all the time. We'll debug this and we should be good to go. Let's re-enable the Visual Builder. I'm going to go back to wireframe mode. Here's our call to action. Now we're in there, we can go back to desktop mode. Feels like it's on top there. Just make sure we'll go over to our advanced and down to position. Disappeared behind our next slide, as you can see there. If we roll down past our little grid we were using earlier, we've got z-index. If we pull this up, there's our call to action down there. We'll do the same for the blurb module on the left hand side. Again, wireframe view. There's the blurb module. Flip back when you're ready. Over to position. We're good there, but when it changes, that's probably going to disappear. It did. So again, down to position under advanced, down past our grid we were using before. Let's just roll this up. Nice high number. It'll be in view all the time. Fantastic. We should be good to go. Let's save draft again. And exit the visual builder. And there's our little slider. We can see all of that writing at all times now. Fantastic. Let's check it on tablet and mobile. I'm going to hit my F12 key. Here we have it on an iPad Air. Perfect. Just what we wanted. And let's check it on an iPhone. We should just have the title and the call to action button there. And here it is on an iPhone. Just exactly what I wanted. Let's get out of this now. And there we have it, guys. There's our little slider using a simple gallery module on auto. We've got a little blurb module there and a call to action. Makes a great little alternative to their built-in slider. If you want to build a quick little custom slider using some image backgrounds, really easy to do, as you can see. And as a bonus, there's no coding. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Don't forget, if you have any questions, pop them down below the video. I'll do my best to answer them for you, or make a little demo video just like this one. So once again, this has been Jamie from System 22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.